up next, it's a featherweight fight. Dan0iel has finished all 16 of his pro wins, including his UFC debut last month. He's gunning for his 7th win in a row, but in his way is Sem0erzier. The former Marine hasn't lost since joining the UFC. Something's got to give. Pin0eda, Sem0erzier, lock it up when we return.
UFC prelims on Fuel TV, sponsored by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. And by America's Navy, a global force for good. Back inside Allphones Arena in Sydney, Australia, the locals have packed this place once again for the Ultimate Fighting Championship. We begin in the featherweight division. Pin0eda wowed in his UFC debut back in January. Now he gets a step up in competition in the form of Sem0erzier. Skilled submission artist Sem0erzier saw the momentum from his UFC debut win over Alex Caceres halted by an unfortunate no contest with Robbie Peralta last November. And while the rematch opportunity was scrapped due to injury, Dan0iel eagerly stepped up to the plate, and now it's the Texan looking to follow up his 97-second win over Pat Schilling in January with a W over an equally hungry competitor in the form of the always exciting M0ackens. Coming up next, Sem0erzier squares off against Dan0iel the Pit Pin0eda. This is UFC Prelims on Fuel TV. Back here with UFC Prelims on Fuel TV. Our tail of the tape is sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. You see Pin0eda, 26 years old. Sem0erzier is 31. 2 inches the difference in height. Both weighed in at 146, and Sem0erzier enters the octagon with a 2-inch reach advantage. All right, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Allphones Arena in Sydney, Australia. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 16 wins, 7 losses, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds, 66.2 kilos. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, USA, Dan0iel the Pit Pin0eda. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 8 wins, 3 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds, 66.2 kilos. Fighting out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, USA, M0ackens, the Menace, Sem0erzier. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Leon Roberts.
So Leon Roberts draws the assignment for this featherweight tilt. Ariane Celeste working solo tonight. Going to be a busy night for AC here in Sydney, Australia. And we are underway. Dan0iel Pin0eda and M0ackens Sem0erzier. Sem0erzier wearing the blue trunks with white trim, and Dan0iel Pin0eda in the all black.
Sem0erzier looks very relaxed. He's a very crisp striker, throwing some serious feints early in this first round. Pin0eda is a very aggressive fighter, and definitely look to see his wrestling in this fight. In that over-under position, Pin0eda looking for the takedown here up against the fence. And M0ackens doing a very good job of turning the tables here, but he's still giving up that underhook, which is a good control position for Pin0eda. Decides to bail and reset.
Pin0eda with more than twice as many pro fights as M0ackens Sem0erzier, but Sem0erzier thinks his Zuffa experience in the UFC and the WEC could pay dividends here in Sydney. Nice knee inside there by M0ackens.
And I was just gonna say, you have to look out for the knees of Sem0erzier. He's very dangerous in that clinch. Very good tie clinch, and those knees will come up quick if you're not careful.
Okay, time. M0ackens, over there.
Looks like Pin0eda took a Kick to the groin there with the lead leg of Sem0erzier.
I'm on your time, yeah? You sure? Okay, stay there for me then. I know what's the intention, keep him up, yeah?
There it is.
You sure you're ready? Okay, it's fine.
Clear as day there, but Pin0eda ready to get back in there. We resume here in the opening round. And Pin0eda with an outside leg kick.
Watch your heads.
Yeah, very heavy outside leg kick. To that lead leg of Sem0erzier, and he just got dropped with the left hook, John. Pin0eda is in right into the mount position and now trying to lock up a triangle choke, and that is tight. Sem0erzier is in serious trouble here. He may switch to an arm lock. And he is. Almost looks like a tap, and there it is.
So there's the tap. Pin0eda once again making his presence felt in the UFC.
It was a left hook that started it all, and it landed in right into the mount position, John, and that is a terrible place to end up on your back. Here's the left hook that dropped Sem0erzier, and from there, Pin0eda just poured on the pressure from the mount right into the mounted triangle as he reversed the position. And from there, he went right into that straight arm bar, getting the choke and the arm lock, and all Sem0erzier could do is tap out. That was a beautiful submission from Pin0eda.
So Pin0eda with a submission win in his UFC debut back in January. Another one here in Sydney. The official decision is yours next. Stay with us on Fuel TV. John and Kenny Florian, UFC prelims on Fuel TV. Good way to get us started with Pin0eda. Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Leon Roberts has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 5 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a submission from an armbar, Dan0iel the Pit Pin0eda.
All right, Sydney, I'm here with your winner, Dan0iel the Pit Pin0eda. So 6 weeks after your UFC debut, here you are back in the win column. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I worked hard for this. You know, it was a short notice, but I took the fight. Hey, hard work pays off.
You said you thought we were either going to be looking at a fight of the night or a quick finish on either side. You landed the left hook early and worked it right into the submission.
Yeah, I saw I rocked him, so I went straight to the mount. He was pretty strong, about to throw me off, so I pulled out the triangle and went for the armbar.
So talk us through that transition. The triangle was there, and then it was very quick to the armbar to finish the fight.
Yeah, he could take a lot of, I was squeezing the hell out of him, and I couldn't finish him, so I saw the armbar there, so I just took him.
So your 7th straight win overall, 2-0 here in 6 weeks in the UFC. Are you pretty comfortable here on the greatest proven ground in MMA?
I belong here, baby, I belong here.
Certainly showed that tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan0iel the Pit Pin0eda.
I want to thank Bob, Renan, all my sponsors out there in Houston, Texas that couldn't make it. Thank you, Sydney.
Pin0eda getting it done on late notice against a very dangerous featherweight in Sem0erzier. Very impressive performance. Everything from his striking to his submission game, he just stayed aggressive.
Yeah, it's time to party, baby.
And you have to see that move again.
Yeah, we'll show you the finish, Kenny. Let's get to the move of the fight, brought to you by Metro PCS Wireless for All.
Here it is. From the mount, he transitioned beautifully right into the triangle choke. He couldn't get the triangle quite right on Sem0erzier. Instead, he switched to that straight armbar. And Sem0erzier had to tap out. Too much pressure on the elbow joint, and Pin0eda gets a huge win.
So Pin0eda waited a long time to get to the UFC. He says he belongs here. Certainly hard to argue with that as he gets his 7th straight win overall. What's coming up?